Welcome to Truth, Money, and Freedom. Today is Friday, May 3rd, 2019. Guys, I want to bring a story here to your attention. I'm not going to read it all because I'm short on time today. But basically talking about how Christian persecution is at near genocidal levels. And that is very, very true. But it's rarely reported on. Very rarely. But anytime you hear about persecution of oh boy, Jews, Muslims. I mean, you do hear about that. Um, so I want to basically offer this up to you guys as something to actually pay attention to. And I said that anytime there's persecution of Christians, and I didn't cover the bombings in Sri Lanka because everyone else was covering them. I mean, everyone and their brother. So I didn't want to, become a part of the echo chamber. Yes, that was a horrific event. Many Christians lost their lives, and I wonder if there's any crackdown on the Muslim extremism that did it. But the fact is, this story here says basically it's because we're in an atmosphere of political correctness. And I'm not 100% sure that's true. I think it's literally on purpose that basically the persecution of Christianity is not mentioned. I think that's on purpose. And I could give you reasons why, and I could go cut right to the chase and go to the bottom line without giving you the 45-minute argument. But I believe it's because there's too many Satanists in the world that are doing this, and they hate Christianity, or governments of the world are looking for a new world order that will be based on a communistic model, tyrannical model, and it's not compliant with Christianity. So Christians are not invited to the party for the type of government that the new world order, the deep state, the big banks, all want us to go into. So it's probably a combination of the two. And like I said, I could go into further details on other podcasts in the future. I've already called out a few politicians as being satanic. Um, so I've called out Hillary, I've called out Chelsea Clinton, and I should probably go to Papa Bush. And I know that makes me unpopular with people, but guys, there's stuff to back this stuff up here. I'm not making this up. I'm not just pulling it out of the air here. But this is a problem. And one more thing I would like to do is show you the crackdown again in China. We do have a young lady who is in our Discord group who doesn't think this is happening, but I keep pulling up stories about this all the time, which is persecution of Christians in China. So basically, this is what people from China would tell me and have told me, is this is not true. Christianity, it's free in China. You worship the way you want. The information I'm getting through media, in many cases, alternative media, this is not. This is BBC.com, which is not alternative media. But they say that it's state-sanctioned Christianity. In other words, it's somehow regulated by the state or by the government of China. And what the problem is too many people don't like that version of Christianity. So basically they're forming a lot of underground churches. And that's where the crackdown is the underground Christian churches that are not state sanctioned or state regulated. And this story here goes into even more. Basically, those who are taken from these churches and are in quote-unquote police custody are getting pretty violently beaten by the police in China. And so at any rate, I think that it's important for us to keep this kind of stuff in mind. I don't think China is as free as many people who come from China say that it is. I don't think it is. There's just too much evidence to the contrary, and that puts me at odds with people that I know and respect. But I really think the crackdown on Christian churches in China is real, despite the fact I'm being told this is a lie and that people can practice freely there. I've seen too many stories over the years where, even one story where some woman was practicing breathing exercises and it was misconstrued as a religion, and she was killed as a result of that because she was doing these breathing practices at work. It was a form of meditation or stress relief or something. I can't remember what it was, but the government said it was she was practicing a religion by doing that. So they actually killed her. And this is like a 10 or a 12, maybe even a 15-year-old story. I don't remember how old it was, um, but at any rate, I literally just felt the need to bring this to your guys' attention. Christians are persecuted all over the world. Even here in the United States, it gets worse all the time. We could go into the politics of a 501c3, which is what churches do, and the fact that they give up their rights to actually do that in order to be tax exempt on their property and on their tithes from, the people who go to that church, from the community there. They give up a lot of rights in order to do that. I don't know exactly how that works in China, but I do know that they are state sanctioned, basically religious churches. And they're regulated and they're sanctioned by the church, or I'm sorry, by the state. And the crackdown is not on those. It's on the ones that are forming underground because they don't want to participate in the state sanctioned or regulated Catholic churches. So I wanted to be absolutely sure that, because I did a story on this before, I think it's really important people understand this. So I don't know the rest of the story. I would have to dig to get further into this, but it's important enough that I think I'm going to have to invest some time and figure out, why people are going to these underground Christian churches. And what exactly does a state-sanctioned or regulated Christian church actually mean? Why are they sanctioned or slash regulated? So that means they probably have a state-approved Bible that they can teach from. And it probably takes out many things that I'm just guessing, by the way. I don't know this. Um, but at any rate, that's it for now, gang. I just wanted to throw up this one story here and try and get it out here today before I go to work. But thank you all very much for taking a few minutes to listen to the video today. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. And I just want to let you know that I appreciate all of you. And if you have criticisms of me, I got some thick skin. Throw it in. It's okay. Because we all can improve. It doesn't matter who we are. There's always room for improvement. If you guys have ideas or anything you would like, to implement or whatever, throw that in there too. I mean, we'll consider anything. But please pray. I'm asking you, please pray for the Christians around the world that are persecuted. This is a horrible thing, and it's not getting media attention. We don't know how bad it is because we don't get a whole lot of media play on it. So I'm going to pray for them today. That's my special prayer for the day, is for those who are persecuted, that are children of God, that are, literally brothers and sisters in the faith. And I really, truly hope that this persecution comes to an end, but I don't think it will. Unfortunately, my mind tells me that it's going to get worse. All right, gang, that's all for now. You guys all have a wonderful day. God bless you.